Tonight's episode is brought to you by Stephanie Shelton Properties, GlassTire.com, and the Lawndale Art Center. It's your favorite primetime talk show, filmed live in front of a studio audience on the Richard Pryor stage at the Lawndale Art Center, located in beautiful Space City, Houston, Texas. That's right, folks. It's time for Lawndale Live. Welcome everybody to Lawndale Live. We're excited to have you. You look wonderful. You look great. What a great time to be in. What a great city to be in. We live in Houston, a great city, great place. That doesn't always mean everybody's going to be nice to us. I mean, even getting here, it's like there's this new thing where folks want to honk at you as soon as the light turns green. You don't have to be on your phone. You don't have to be doing anything. As soon as the light turns green, someone's going to honk at you. Who is that person? I mean, my car does not go 0 to 60 in 3 flat. It gets there, you got to give me some time, okay? It's like that. Big things in the news this week. We hear that Four Seasons, the hotel chain, they're going to be leaving Houston. They can no longer do business here due to false advertising. False advertising. That is correct. I mean, we asked them to give us an answer on why they were leaving and what led to the false advertising. It was simply put that there were only 2 seasons in Houston, and that wasn't enough. They couldn't advertise summer and little summer. Folks wanted the whole weather experience, so whatever. But it is a good time. It is a great place to be here. We're glad that you could join us. We've got Mr. Jawad over here as our music director. We've got a great crew and staff that's ready to bring this show to you. So we're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be right back. Thank y'all for watching Lawndale Live. Thank you.
Trump managed to steal the election. Now he wants to steal your heart. With his new album and CD set, Trump sings his songs. Hear Trump make some of the hugest songs to ever exist, even huger. Papa Was a Rolling Stone, The Temptations. This Is a Man's World, James Brown. Blame It on Mexico, George Strait. Pink Floyd's The Wall. The Sir Mix-a-Lot classic, Baby's Got Back. Hear Trump sing Born This Way by Lady Gaga. Cash Rules Everything Around Me, the Wu-Tang Clan. Trump's Ode to 9 electoral votes, Sweet Home Alabama. Trump joins Ted Cruz for their duet of Madonna's Papa Don't Preach. It's not a party till Ben Carson shows up. Here's the soulful rendition of Ebony and Ivory. Drake's Hotline Bling. Trump sings his songs, makes a great stocking stuffer. We're giving you Trump's favorite holiday song, I'm Dreaming of an All-White Christmas. Hear Donald's stirring tribute to Michael Jackson with his original song, Who's That Guy in the Back of the Plane? Don't miss out. Trump making music great again. Get your copy of Donald Trump Sings His Songs today. Bonus tracks include Bombs Over Baghdad, Outkast, 12 Play, R. Kelly, All Eyes on Me, Tupac, Wonderwall, Oasis, Creep, Radiohead, No Diggity by the Blackstreet, and many more. This is a huge deal. I mean huge. These songs have never sounded this good. Get your copy of Trump Sings His Songs today. We couldn't give these away if we tried, so you'll be required to purchase your copy by federal mandate. You will receive 2 album vinyls and 1 compact disc, and you will pay $15.98. Don't worry, you'll thank us later.
Trump, do you want a rock star?
Hello.
My name is Taco Fred, the lawyer with the taco head. When I was younger, people treated me differently because I had a taco for a head. Rude people would even try to eat my face. I had to stand up for myself and demand the respect that I deserve. Let me do the same for you by representing you in a court of law. All you have to do is get over the fact that I've got a taco for a head. Let's hear from one of my past clients.
I love Taco Fred. He got me so much money. All I had to do is get over the fact he had a taco for a head. It's that easy.
I straight up lost my mind at work, y'all. But Taco Fred still got me that money. It was looking bad. You need to call him. Y'all tripping. Just gotta look past the fact he got a taco for a head. It's that easy.
It's that easy. Give us a call or stop by our office. We're open Wednesday through Monday, closed on Taco Tuesday. Or visit our website at ijustgotbit.com. I'm Taco Fred, the lawyer with the taco head.
Thank you, everybody. We're back. Now, if you were wondering what the silence was earlier, we went ahead and put you guys in the mannequin challenge. So we'll have that put up on the internet, and whenever your friends send you those mannequin challenge videos, you can say, yeah, I was in one too. Great. Let's move on to the next thing that encapsulates our country. So, with that being said, and you did very well, by the way, sir. Today we're going to do something a little different. We usually do a little segment where we get to know each other. Today we'd like to get to know our musical director. Our musical director is to my left, Mr. Jawad.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. It's good to have you. Now, from what I understand, you've done a lot of traveling before you were helping us out. Can you tell us about your latest travels?
Sure. I was on tour of Scandinavia, UK, and Russia. Went to Moscow. It was the last show we played. It was insane. It was a bit intense because, the Putin regime, like all the authority figures over there were pretty intense. But musically speaking, in terms of the people, they were incredibly warm and showed us a ton of love and 5 encores. That was insane.
That is awesome. That is awesome. I have never been to Russia, but I have seen Police Academy 5,
There you go.
Mission to Moscow, and a lot of Steven Seagal movies that were set in Russia.
Yeah.
And I have one of those dolls that goes into another doll and into another doll.
Oh, yeah. I bought one for my mom.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So,
she was like, oh, what am I going to do with this white lady? Put on my
right.
really wasn't going to display it, but
That's
I
fine.
convinced her. She was down.
Well, they hold things and you can hide things. It's functional art.
And it's cultural.
It
That's
is.
what I told her. And she was like, you know what? That's smart. Yeah, I like that.
One day I'll hope to go to Russia like you. Is there any other interesting places that your art has brought you?
Yeah, I've been to Japan. I've been to South America. I've been to Mexico City. All over, man. Yeah.
Nice. I've been to Beaumont, Texas. Shreveport, Louisiana.
Right on. I love Shreveport.
Lake Charles.
I've been there too. Yeah.
I've been to Paris.
Paris, France.
Hotel and Casino, Las Vegas.
Oh.
So I get around as well. Can't say. But it was good getting to know you a little better, and now they know you a little better. So I guess we'll continue on with the show. Now we got a guest coming up.
All right.
This guest we were really happy that he chose to take part. He is the curator of the Menil Museum, located here in our wonderful city. And a lot of good things I can say about him. Let's just bring him out. We have Mr. Toby Camps, everyone. Oh, Mr. Camps, it is great to have you here. When the director said we'd be having you, it was a big boost of energy to our little project. We got other big names on the show. I mean, my little cousin was here last episode, so, But I would say you're pretty big, and you help out our community in great ways. I let everyone know that you are the curator of the Menil Museum near St. Thomas University in our lovely city. My first experience with the Menil was with a program in high school. I believe it was called Writers in the Schools. and they had us write things, creative writing or something like that, and we ended up performing these pieces at the Menil. So that was my introduction there, and I really appreciate that program because that poem I wrote for that program went on to be published in books, and one of those books was authored by James Franco's mom. So technically, I know James Franco's mom, and that's cool. Do you know James Franco's mom?
No.
I could introduce you to her.
I'd like that.
But let's talk about the Menil. One of the biggest things I noticed when I went there was that we didn't pay to enter the Menil. Can you explain the difference between the Menil situation and maybe another museum where you have to pay to support it when you visit?
Yeah, so the Menil collection opened in 1987, and our founder was the couple John and Dominique de Menil. John died much earlier than Dominique. He died in the early 70s, but together they envisioned this museum. And when she opened it, she said, Houston, this is your museum, and that idea of free admission was baked in. They tried to set us up with an endowment, some funds that we have invested, and we try to live off some of the income from that, and then we fundraise in the community. But we go to people and say, please help us remain free for all of Houston. That was the design for the place when it opened.
Awesome, awesome. Now, I spoke about myself as a child being introduced. Were you introduced to the Menil early in life or anything like that, or art in general? I mean, do you have any childhood memories of?
Yeah, I do. So I grew up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and one of the things that we did is we got in the station wagon and we drove around. We'd go to Washington, D.C., or then also, in Wisconsin, and we'd stop at, say, the Peshtigo County Fire Museum. They had a fire in Peshtigo, Wisconsin. It was much bigger than the Chicago fire. And it probably was just to use the bathroom. But so early on, I knew what a museum was, and I knew what a curator was. My father explained to me it was this very boring job where you just looked at stuff. And I said, oh, that's for me. And I'm very thankful that I never lost sight of that goal and get to do that. And my first visit to the Menil was 91 or 1990. And my first time in Texas, stopped, and I remember being this enchanted day, and I said, wow, I would like to work here someday. So childhood dreams, and then I guess college-age dreams have come true. So I feel very lucky to be in that great institution in this cool city.
Awesome, that's awesome. Now, when we talk about the Menil, I mean, we're talking about, from what I understand, up to 17,000 pieces in that collection. Am I correct?
We think it's now closer to 20,000. We have drawers and drawers of Byzantine keys and seals and all kinds of things. It depends on how you do the count.
Awesome.
But close enough, yeah.
So the Menil has a huge closet somewhere, basically.
Yeah. We
Okay.
have 6 rooms called the treasure rooms upstairs where all this stuff is stored.
Kind of like the Indiana Jones movie at the end.
Yeah, fewer cobwebs, but equally as mysterious. Yeah,
Nice.
fewer snakes. Last time I checked.
Now we're talking Rothko Chapel. We're talking, broken obelisk. These are world pieces, and so every time I think about it and just think about what's there every day for us to go ahead and take a look at, it's a big deal.
Yeah. Well, what can I tell you? The Rothko Chapel was founded by John and Dominique de Menil. I believe it opened in '71, but it is its own institution. People think it's part of the Menil collection, but it's actually its own institution, and their mission is spirituality and social justice. It's a little different than our mission. People always think because we're in the same neighborhood that we're the same organization, but in fact we're separate. And they're out there trying to build support the same way that we are, but we are very much in sync, and we certainly help them take care of their fantastic Mark Rothko paintings there.
Nice.
Yeah.
We had a small conversation before filming the crew, and we were figuring out the total number of broken obelisks.
Yeah.
And someone said 3. I read 4. And the article also said it was still argued to this day as far as things like that.
I've seen a photograph with a row of them. A lot of artists make things in editions, and this was somewhere like that, and I don't know the exact answer.
The article didn't either.
Yeah, I don't know the answer. It is, if you're looking for it now, by the way, it's not in its reflecting pool. It's off getting conserved. The Corten steel and the chlorine in the waters have it's just time to spruce it up. So it'll be back soon, looking better than ever. I noticed they just drained the water, which is a sign they're probably going to put it back in.
Awesome.
But
Is there anything new or forming with the Manil that we should be looking forward to? I'm sure you're looking forward to yourself.
yeah, all kinds of things. I can tell you right now, if you haven't seen it, Picasso and the Line is all-time great. This is an exhibition of Picasso's drawings, and they're line drawings, linear drawings, very little shading even. It's just, if you see this, you'll see somebody who since childhood has an unbelievable training in drawing. And you know that story about Picasso where he got tight to get loose. He had this hardcore academic training as a kid so that he could get wild later in life. And that I find just inspirational. I'm like, where's my pen? Give me a piece of paper. I want to try out taking a line for a walk like that. We just reinstalled a bunch of new works in the modern contemporary wing, so you'll see all kinds of things that haven't been out in a while. And then the big news is the Manil Drawing Institute, which is under construction right now. That's kind of behind the Cy Twombly Gallery, a big old construction site. You'll see it. And this is going to be the first freestanding institute dedicated to drawing in the United States. It'll be even more special because it's drawing in modernism. So it's how modern artists have used lines. And you mentioned that it's a beautiful one-story building. The main building has eaves. The Cy Twombly building keys off of the height of the eaves. That's where it kind of starts. And then the Drawing Institute is going to key off of a scribed line in the Twombly building. So we're sticking with that low neighborhood for art thing that harmonizes with the gray bungalows. We do have a top super technology basement, which will be very, very safe, where things will be stored and conserved and framed and studied.
That's amazing. And I see the growth of the institution with certain buildings being built just for certain exhibits is something that was, as in growing in this city, it would. I'm mentioning specifically the Flavin exhibit and things like that. They just pop up and it would be dedicated to that installation for so many years, and it's awesome. It feels like we're not only growing with the city, we're growing with the museums that are around us. So I feel smarter. I hope you do. Mr. Camps, I can't tell you enough. Thank you again, and if we ever have time for you to come back, I hope you pleasure us and make us feel smarter like you do.
I would love that. Maybe a remote broadcast from our campus.
Anything. There's an app for that. There's an app for that. Trust me. Thank you so much for your time. We're going to take a commercial break. This is Lawndale Live. I want to thank Mr. Toby Camp one more time. Thank you so much.
I thought I was the eighth wonder of the world. Was that just a saying? I am incredibly lonely. I always wondered who would care for me when I got old. When is the last time I took a bath? Do they not remember I was the first one? This is what happens when all your friends die before you because you ate well and you exercised. My neighbor is so annoying, always bragging about his roof. What makes them think I should be a parking lot? Houston is a strange place.
Oh, the Astrodome. I love that place. Any fond memories of the Astrodome for you, Mr. Ward?
Man, yeah, man. I saw a maze, Frankie Beverly Maze, man. I remember seeing myself on the big screen because I was dancing. I was like 4 years old. I was getting down, and they flashed my face.
That is fun. That's cool. I'm sure some of you have memories of the Astrodome. We should have just made this show about the Astrodome and talk about it all night. But we can't. Right now, we're going to get into. We were supposed to have a young man who is a great guy, Mr. Gonzo 247. He is somewhat of an ambassador for street art and graffiti in our city. And right at the last minute, someone called him to talk about really important stuff, really, really, really far away, like far. And we thought it was most important that he spread that education to those folks and be an ambassador for our city and his art form. So we applaud him in going away to take care of that important business. And since he's not here tonight, we're going to share some street art and graffiti that can be found in downtown's east downtown area. And Gonzo helped arrange the Houston Mural Fest, which took place in 2015 and 2016. And some of these works you see had to do a lot with that particular festival. So we're going to take a moment, take a look at it, and then we'll continue with some other guests. So thank y'all for watching Lawndale Art. Awesome. That was fun. Nice. So like I said, Gonzo had a lot to do with those pieces being put up in our city. And if you ever want to check them out, they're located in the east area of downtown. Now we're going to have some guests join us on the big orange couch here. These young ladies are artists in residence here at Lawndale Art Center. And tonight they all held studio visits in their studios to share their art and motives with everyone. And we've invited them to join us tonight. We're excited. So if we could please have the three artists in residence join us right here. Take your time. All right. So we have Sarah. Could you raise your hand? She's named Sarah too. I was trying to make it weird. We have Sarah Welch, Randy Long, and Melinda Lashinsky. Very good. I practiced before the show. Now, if I'm correct, you three are currently in residence here in this building of art and thought. Awesome. And you held a studio visit for your studios before you were on this orange couch.
Yes, just now.
Awesome. Did anybody go?
A couple people.
Nice. I went on a tour of each of your studios, and I brought these handy note cards here. And as I entered each studio, I wrote your name on the front of the card, and then on the back, I wrote what I was feeling. So let's see. I went into Randy Long's studio, and we have Randy here. Let's give Randy a round of applause. Now, while I was in your studio, I saw a lot of gadgets and kind of gizmos and drawings about instruments and things like that, VCRs and things like radios and turntables. So my question was, are you friends with electronics?
No.
No.
No, I do have a theory that like electronics can like feel your energy, and I like every time that I need to do something really important, they like malfunction. Like I really, no.
So not friends.
We're not really friends, but like it's like unrequited. Like I love them. I want them to love me.
I would suggest more personal time with the instruments. Let the electronics know how you feel. A perfect thing I do is when you say, I hear, so in the future could you not? And that solves a lot of problems.
I'm not a very good listener, so yeah.
The electronics aren't either, so good luck with that. Instruments is what I got. It seemed like you wanted something to come out of, you didn't want me to just observe it. You wanted me to hear or see what that instrument had to say. Is that?
Sure.
Yeah, interaction. Yeah. A lot of relics. I mean, VHS and cassettes and a lot of older mediums. Yeah. Is there something we're missing from those quote unquote relics as we move past them?
It's hella cheap. You can if you destroy them, that's like $20. It's not. I think like I'll probably like start collecting when things get cheaper, it's easier to melt,
Yeah, break it.
Yeah, break it.
Right.
Yeah, and you didn't just waste, $200 because I have done that, and I could start bawling. Like it just is like so. Yeah.
Trust me, I understand. Well, great job. Next we have Miss Sarah Welch. Way to go. Now let's see the back of your card. I walked in and it said, tell me about life, please, but show me as well.
Oh.
Right? Now, let's see. Oh, my little books. You gave me a book.
That's right.
And I left it in the back because I was reading it. I got engaged. When we first met, you said comics.
Yes.
But I went for the muscles and the mutant powers. I jumped to conclusions. And when I went into your studio, I didn't see a lot of superpowers. I didn't see a lot of muscles. I saw like life.
Yes, it's very, very everyday. Yeah.
Can you take me there? Is that what you're doing through your drawings?
Yeah, the books are very much like chronicling like a specific time and place. So it's very like current Gulf Coast climate, like young people living life, like growing up during a recession, post-recession era.
Cool.
Yeah.
Are there lighthearted moments? Is it just everything you find in life?
Yeah, it's certainly not like gloom and doom.
Mm-hmm.
This pacing is like pretty slow, and so I think in that way it does feel like everyday life.
My other comment was, do you live in some of those frames that you're drawing?
Yeah, the characters are really like an amalgam of friends of mine, and so are the stories. So it's a combination of things like I've experienced firsthand and stories people tell me. It's stories people tell me, and I think like that, taking that average of like the temperature can give like a good, accurate overall climate.
Nice. Well, I enjoyed it, and you really made me think, because when you said comics, I should have thought more broad. And when I walked into your studio, it really just set it out there, and I really understood where you were trying to take me. And I look forward to reading and finding out more. And next we have Miss Melinda. Melinda. Now, my comment said, oh, the colors, oh, the textures. I want to touch the art, but it would be bad and rude. Am I okay? I could touch it. Okay, I'd have to ask first. Okay. Okay. One of your paintings hid from me, and I was lonely. There's a woman with a hologram, and when I did like this, she hid behind. She hid from me. I didn't know whether to be offended or if it was a cheeky game we were playing. But I was lonely at the time, and that really made me feel like I had a friend. Okay? The other comment was so many layers. So many layers. I just want to jump in those layers and explore. But next time I can, because you gave me permission to touch it. So, and a lot of movement. Movement. Am I missing it or?
No, it's definitely
A lot of movement. Awesome. I can't tell you how much fun I had going into each 3 different studios and being led into your minds. A lot of your surrounding studio played into the art that you were displaying. There was a lot of personality in the way your studios were set up, and I really enjoyed that. It felt like we were all friends, and that's good. So I really had a good time you sharing your art with me, and I'm glad you shared it with all of our viewers here. Once again, we want to thank you all 3 for coming out. Can we give them a round of applause? And if you haven't seen any of their work, it is in the 3 studios behind us, and you can touch her stuff. So one thing. Just take it slow, and not everybody at the same time. Okay? But thank y'all again. Let's give them a round of applause. It's Lawndale Live. We'll take another commercial break. Thank y'all very much.
If ever there was a time to come to Canada, this is it. Canada is the world's most educated country. Over half its residents have college degrees. For you fat Americans, Canada consumes more macaroni and cheese than any other nation in the world. Canada also consumes the most donuts and has the most donut shops per capita of any country in the world. Prostitution is legal in Canada. Buying the services of a prostitute is not. Police departments in Canada give out positive tickets when they see people doing something positive. That's strange. Oh, and I almost forgot Drake. You Americans love Drake, right? Look at how harmless he is. Come to Canada before it's too late.
What a beautiful day today at the zoo. Hey, how's that coffee this morning?
It's good. It's good. Coffee's good. I don't know what that pot of swill was they served us yesterday, but today the coffee is good.
Well, you know, Cheryl the zookeeper's been having some problems, complicated stuff, but, she's been a little off her game.
Well, she's on her game today. Best coffee I've had in weeks. I hope she figures out whatever's going on at home. She's a nice lady, this Cheryl.
Yeah, she's nice. I like her, but if I was starving, I would eat her because I'm a bear.
Of course.
Don't get me wrong. She's good people.
She's good people. I hear what you're saying, buddy. Hey, here comes the field trip kids.
Oh, field trip kids. Big group today.
What are you doing right there?
Oh, I'm dabbing. The kids like it when I dab. You should do it too.
No, I'm no dancing for me. I'm not getting paid for this gig.
Oh.
You're demeaning yourself. That's what you're doing right now.
Oh, it's just fun. What do you care? Plus, you won't be here for long.
What do you mean by that?
Well, they're going to send you to the circus because you drink coffee like a human.
Oh, because I drink coffee from a cup. That makes me a human now. Boy, you're a wackadoodle. Let me tell you, you're crazy. Hey, yeah, this is Bubbles. Yeah, 50 on the Bears to win by 9. Hold on. 50 on the Bears to win by 9. Yeah. All right, thanks.
See, that's what I'm talking about. First, the Bears aren't going to win that game. Second, you have a cell phone.
Look, I was an important bear before I got in here, and I'm an important bear now. I wasn't always stuck in a zoo locked up with a picnic basket thief named Yogi the Bear.
Oh, that's a low blow. Especially coming from a bear named Mr. Bubbles.
Hey, watch my name. You know I'm sensitive about my name now. I was out of line making fun of your name. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I mean, why do they call you Mr. Bubbles?
It's silly, really.
When I nap, my salivary glands, they overproduce. They make little bubbles around my mouth. The kids see it. They say, oh, look at Mr. Bubbles. The name sticks, you know?
Yeah, well, you know, kids can be cruel.
Kids can be cruel. Kids can be cruel. My mother, rest her soul, she didn't name me Mr. Bubbles, of course.
What did your mama bear name you?
She named me...
That's a strong name. I
Thank you.
totally understand why you
Thank
don't
you.
like the kids.
No, don't get me wrong. I love the kids. Now, if I was starving, my natural inclination would be to swallow them whole in a minute.
Yeah.
But the kids are good people. They are good people.
Yeah, the kids mean well.
Yeah, they mean well. Gotta love the kids. But if one of them falls in the cage here, I'm not moving an inch to help it.
No. Gotta be careful how you deal with the kids.
Gotta be.
They'll get you killed.
The kids will get you killed. Like your, what's his name? Harambe.
Yeah.
Harambe.
Oh, God rest his soul.
Oh, brave soul. Brave soul. Brave soul. True hero.
Yeah.
True hero. True hero.
Oh, well. I guess I'll go get some coffee then.
Hey, you want to borrow my cup there, buddy?
No. I'm good with my bowl.
Suit yourself.
Yeah.
I'll probably take a nap. Go make the bubbles, you know?
All right. Well, you know, I'll see you around lunchtime.
All right, Yokes. I'll see you at lunchtime, man. You be good.
Those guys at whatever studios are pretty kooky. One of them looks really like me. I mean, like, spot on. I like that guy. He's my favorite. It's been a great show so far. We've had a great time. We look at ourselves as an educational tool. Teach people stuff, learn stuff from people, and allow people to go places they may not have time to go themselves.
Yeah.
So right now is a part of our show where we do another Houston Has It. Every week we try to do a Houston Has It segment. Brings you out into the city, shows you something. If you've seen it already, awesome. If you haven't, perfect opportunity for you to find out about it. Today we're going to a special place called the Sharp House, located in Sharpstown. We're going to take a look at that Houston Has It segment and talk about it when we get back.
This week, Houston Has It visits an interactive installation by Dan Havel and Dean Ruck. The installation is titled Sharp, and it resides in Houston's Sharpstown area. Located at 6822 Rowan Lane, the Sharp House was seriously damaged by fire before its current adaptation. The artist started with a modest suburban ranch house and constructed a narrowing tunnel through the house from front to back. The tunnel's surface is coated with a reflective copper foil that adds a bright glow when viewed from certain angles and produces reflections of the surrounding scenery as well. Sharp House may be slated for demolition by January 1st, 2017, so see it while you can. And if you're looking for art with a one-car garage, you won't have to look far, because Houston has it.
That little segment makes you feel good, doesn't it?
I'm gonna go check it out.
Yeah, I live in that area. It wasn't too creepy when I showed up and took pictures and laid all in there. The neighbors have kind of gotten used to people doing it, so if you get a moment, you know, go out there and enjoy it. It's a wonderful place. Mr. Jawad?
Yes, sir.
I want to thank you for being with us today. We've had an awesome time. I want to thank you all for coming tonight. I want to thank the crew and the folks behind the scenes for helping put together such an awesome project. I hope you had a good time. We're going to pick up the energy and play that theme song and applaud. And we do this every Tuesday, and you can come and join us. We're like family here, so you come around anytime. Thank you very much.